Hi guys. Wanted to practice some of my Japanese speaking today. So I thought I'll just record myself. Um, okay. So if you don't know, I am taking a Japanese class. It's hybrid. Um, so there's some people that are physically at a location where I live. And then there's also an online option. And I chose the online option. There's a Zoom link that we're sent, and then I just attend it every Saturday for about an hour and a half long. And I think there's 7 or 8 sessions. Um, After going to Japan, I realized that I just need to speak more. I kind of got into the habit a bit when I was there, maybe the second time around. I was not as embarrassed and I just went at it and just, try to speak as much as possible. So that was very fun. Yeah, but after kind of being unable to speak to like fellow Chaser Game fans, because I did meet with some again. The second time I went was for a fan meeting that Yurika she held. It was in Tokyo. She's having one in, I think, Osaka in September. And she just had one last month in China. So she's like super busy. Anyways, it was kind of heartbreaking. I couldn't speak, express myself in Japanese to like these other fans, but there were some that like knew English. So that was fun, like meeting them. There was one fan I met. Wow, she was like blah 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 blah, just all in English. I'm like, you're so good. And I realized she said she lived in Chicago for I think a year or two. So her English was great. I used my broken Japanese with some other fan that I met. She's so nice. She's like she doesn't even know English at all. Um, but she's so nice. There was 3 sessions for this as well. And she attended like all 3 of them. And before each session, they sell merchandise. Um, Most of the time, it's exclusive merchandise just for that specific event, like in Tokyo. So I was scared that it would sell out. So I asked her if she could like buy everything for me. So she bought like, I don't know, like a postcard set. She bought like a bag. She bought like a little glow stick. What else was there? A t-shirt. The t-shirt I wanted. But yeah, so she bought everything for me. It's so nice. And then like I met up with her like before my session started. So she was joining in on that session too. And yeah, it was so nice. Like, she's so nice, but she uses like very simple Japanese with me. And I think she's my age or maybe a little younger, maybe in her 30s. But yeah, she's so nice. So I want to be able to like talk to other fans. I chat with her like and I respond to her like over on Twitter in Japanese. So like my if I have time to think about what I want to say and to type it out, I can do that. It's just when speaking is hard for me. No, I don't know why. I think it's just more practice, right? I need to practice just speaking and communicating my thoughts. So I did some of that in my second trip. Um, yeah. So, anyways, back to my Japanese class. We're using a textbook called Genki. I think everyone's aware of this book, but I've never used it before. I used like some old school book called like Learn Japanese. It's a very generic title, but it was like produced in I think Hawaii, like University of Hawaii or something. So I used that back in college. And this new Genki series that is unrelated to that series that I used. It explains the grammar very well. There's notes, there's pictures, there's cartoons, and there's even video and audio that's included, I think. During class, the teacher will sometimes play the video that's related to a particular like lesson. So, and it's pretty funny. But yeah, it's a great book. I think the only thing that it lacks is like the kanji part of it. They don't focus too much on it. I mean, all they do is just give you the kanji, how to read it, and the definition. So, but my kanji level is pretty high. Reading is no problem. I know the meanings. But writing with kanji is that's a different issue. I think everyone's like writing skills are not great anymore because we're constantly using the computers now. So you kind of like get lazy and your brain is just, your brain is just, it does not work like how it would be if you write everything out by hand. For me, writing helps me, it lets the details like sink in. Like I'll learn better if I write it down. And that's why I also do like, I do manual to-do lists sometimes. I did that during pandemic when I was working remote, but then I stopped because it was like I just got demotivated at work. Work was getting kind of boring. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. Okay, so I'm doing some renshu today. We are going over undis. So undis, it is. Let me read it to you. What undis is. So you can use undis in questions to invite clarifications from the person you are talking to. It is very often used together with question words such as doshite and doshita. Okay. So let's see. Let me go through my renshu here. So we already did this in class with our partners. So you are in the following situations, explain them using this. So the example shows like someone with their hands on their head, and it says "atama ga itai desu." So the question would be "doshitan desu ka?" And then the person says "atama ga itai desu." So they put the desu at the end. So what desu also means, the grammar. Let's see. So there's two distinct ways to make a statement in Japanese. One way is to simply report the facts as they are observed. This is the mode of speech that we have learned so far. In this lesson, we will learn a new way, the mode of explaining things. So when you add this, so like here's an example. So when you're late for an appointment because the bus did not come on time, You could simply and bluntly report the fact by saying, バスが来ませんでした. But you can sound it more apologetic if you offer that as an explanation for your being late. So you can say, バスが来なかったんです. So translation, it says, as it happens, the bus didn't come. Okay, so here's another example. So, 明日テストがあります. So I have an exam tomorrow. And then when you want to do んです, you can say, 明日テストがあるんです. And then here's another one. トイレに行きたいです. I want to go to the bathroom. Or you can say, トイレに行きたいんです. Like, I want to go to the bathroom. So tell me where it is. So it kind of adds like a bit of, you're being like apologetic, as they said. There's some reasoning behind why you're saying that we're adding んです. Okay. Let me go to my practice again. So the number one, 彼から電話がありました. I don't know, what is this? So I guess you would ask the question. So 彼から電話がありました. So I received a call from my boyfriend. And then you can say, you could ask the question, どうしたんですか? And then the picture is like her, like lovey-dovey. So I guess you can say, 彼が大好きなんです. So there's some weird words where you have to put non instead of the n, I think. And I think ski is one of them. Because skiing would sound weird. So it's skiなんです. And then number two. プレゼントをもらいました. So I received a present. And then you can say, let's see, どうしたんですか? This doesn't make sense though. Why would you? プレゼントをもらい, so sometimes I don't understand how, this is one thing I don't get sometimes from this Genki series. Because you kind of make things up sometimes. And this one practice is like that. But then, okay. So プレゼントをもらいました. So I received the present. Then so someone will ask, どうしたんですか? And then you would answer, necklace が欲しかったんです. Okay. 明日は休みです. And then you say, would you keep saying どうしたんですか? Does that make sense? So tomorrow I have time off. And then I guess you would ask like, 何をしたいんですか? So what do you want to do? And then I can say, let's see, テニスがしたいんです. But then there's 3 different bubbles. Anyways, I have to drop off. But I'll come back and continue. Bye.